Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo. We gotta talk about the ending. This is the mixed review of episode 11, episode 12, the finale of Erase, the anime. I recommend this first off. I recommend this, dude. Recommend this. I do. I really do, because it's one of those animes where it's gonna keep you on your toes. It's gonna keep you guessing until you find out episode 5 who the fuck the killer is. But I have my doubts. Kind of episode 3, I kind of have my doubts. But we're gonna talk about the finale of Erase, this beautiful masterpiece, this gorgeous artwork touched by God. If you're enjoying and you like the anime and you like the ending, by all means give it a thumbs up. I'm not gonna be biased about this. I'm gonna be completely honest with this because a lot of people are overhyping the ending, and I thought the ending was great as well. But some people were like, "Oh, this is the world's greatest ending in anime history." I was like, let's take a step back. And of course, subscribe if you already haven't, and by all means, let's begin. So, right? Satoru. Okay, episode 11, I'm just gonna sum it up real quick because that's not really the main point of this. I'm gonna sum it up just real quick, all right? Episode 11, you kind of see the aftermath of what happened from when he sank and drowned. And after he's like, "Oh, Yoshiro, I know your future." That shit was funny as hell. I don't know about you guys, but I guess he kind of just summed that up, and he's found out in the hospital then, where he is now 15 years have just gone by. 15 years have gone by just like that, dude. Summed it up right there, right? And as these 15 years gone by, he was from age 10, 15 years gone by, kind of do the math, then he's 25, so reality now, his reality has completely changed, where he's like 4 years younger now, because he was at 29, if you remember that, and he went back in the past, not 15 years, he went back when he was 10 years old. He went back 19 years in the past, was in a coma then for 15 years. If you do the math properly, he started off at 29 when his mom was killed by the killer, goes back from the tragic event, causing his time relapse to go in a massive time relapse to bring him back 19 years back into the past as him in the 6th grade. I think he said it was 6th grade. I don't remember the grade properly. I think he's about like 10 years old though. And then back into a 15-year coma. Bam, he's now 25. So in a weird, he gained 4 years of youth. Shout out to that. But apparently after when he was drowning, his time relapse thing, I don't know if it was a time relapse thing, I wasn't too certain on that. He went into a coma then, and he was found in the hospital, and his mom, oh my god, his mom, the real MVP, just took care of him since day 1, dude. And then she takes care of him in his time of most need, dude. She's really coming through and helping him out, keeping his body rehabilitated, keeping his joints normal, his muscles normal, you know, keep cutting his hair, shaving, like, oh my god, mom goals, man. She's really keeping him up to date, you know, keeping up to speed, his body physically wise. That way he doesn't wake up and it's just a pool of yogurt, you know. When he wakes up, he's still a human being, which he was when he woke up from his coma, and everybody freaked out when he woke up from his coma. Nobody thought that he was gonna move out, and it was really sad. Like, it almost brought a tear to my eye because it was really upsetting that everyone in his life was just moving on. They never forgot about him, but they were moving on everything, and it just, oh my god, my heart. My heart was so hard to hold back some tears, bro. My heart when I saw Hansaki grow up and she had a child. I'm sorry, I cannot keep this a professional review. Most times I don't freak out like this shit, but I cannot keep it a professional review. This shit was, it was way too sad, man. She was grown up, man. She had a child. She had a life. She married one of his friends. I forget the name, but it was the tubby guy. She married him, and and then the blonde guy who I thought that was a snitch. Nah, he was no snitch. He was a real friend since day 1. The guy that Hansuki married, the little tubby friend that she married, he ended up being a doctor. They all have great, successful lives. All of them. They really did something with their lives, you know? But at the end of the day, people never doubted Satoru. They trusted him. They believed him when he regained his memories, since he had a massive memory loss, and he was constantly going through rehabilitation, learning how to walk again, you know, learning how to eat, all the basis of normal human life. He was rehabilitating himself to do all over again, and he was constantly going through that. He was getting annoyed by it, so he sped up the pace, because once he regained his memories, which he was quiet about it, he really regained it when he talked to Hanzaki, which he said, and he was low-key about it. He didn't want anybody to think, because he wanted to do everything on his own. He wanted to burden it on himself. You know, he wanted to do it all on his own. But you know, once he regained his memories, he then let everyone help him out. It was very obvious because like, oh, you regained your memories, didn't you? The mom said it, the friends said it, everybody knew. It was fairly obvious. They couldn't hide it that well, and everyone just kind of accepted it like that. And I was like, yes, he regained the memories. Let's begin. We can finally take down Yoshiro, and this nigga's gonna be gone. Because when he was being all chill with him, when he lost his memories, I was like, yo, we're gonna pretend like you didn't do that foo-foo shit, bro. Like, we're gonna pretend like you really didn't do that. Because last I checked, you tried to drown my nigga, bro. We don't drown our niggas. We can't swim. But I don't know, man. Yoshiro ain't playing no games. Very deceivious, very deceiving person, you know, very conniving, you know. He's a bitch. I hate him, dude. Just so honestly, I have to go back though and talk about Hanzaki. When I saw her, all the people that Yoshiro attempted to kill, or quote unquote did kill, it all lived. They all grew up. They had thriving, successful, normal lives that they could, you know, go about and live. And it really, oh my God, my heart twisted in two. It was twisting left and right, dude. I was gonna hurl rainbows from how much I was gonna be so sad, dude. Especially Hanzaki. She had a child. And oh my God, I can't talk about it normally. She had a child. Okay, I'm sorry for repeating it so much and being so repetitive. I know people find that annoying, but it's just the fact that we witnessed every single step of the way, from how much she struggled, what was gonna happen to her, her fate. We knew everything about her, and she didn't even know who we were, the watchers, the viewers. She didn't even know who we was, but it's like we knew who she was so much, dude, and I was so happy for her. Good for her, man. Good for her. Married to a doctor too. Good for her, even though I thought that maybe then if he's gonna adjust the time period like that I actually predicted him to be marrying her, since they were hella flirty and hella did both have feels for each other during that time. But I guess that didn't really happen, and that's fine. That's totally fine. There's also this little girl too who was also going to be going through a kidney transplant with her sister, and it was really upsetting because she was just so upset. She didn't know what to do. She was scared. She was frightened. A lot of kids her age do go through this in daily life, and it is very upsetting to see children this young to be going through something so dangerous and risky, you know. And she was so frightened, and it was so sad too because Yoshiro was someone close to her, and I was like, she doesn't even know. This nigga Yoshiro is not okay, dude. Nothing about Yoshiro is okay, you know? He kills children, he molests them, he's a toucher. And then we found out his backstory behind it, you know? We really did find out a lot of the backstory behind why he does what he does today. You know, I guess he's just really twisted, fucked up, you know? He's extremely fucked up, dude. Like when you sit down and you look at his backstory, this is what he needed to do in order to just kind of successfully enjoy life. This is his excuse to enjoy life. He did this to enjoy life. I'm like, what the fuck, Yoshiro? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? He's so messed up. But I guess if you're, you know, twisted as a young age, you end up, this actually ends up affecting your real life, and you end up, you know, being twisted. There's a lot of killers in real life also go through a lot of the same things that Yoshiro went through, and well, they end up doing what he does. They end up killing people. And obviously they go for children, not because they're like want to molest them or anything, but they go after them because they are weaker, clearly weaker than them, and completely invulnerable to anything that they can do. And well, it's such an easy win. It's such an easy win, you know? I like this thing they talked about. There's some mythological thing where there was this boy who a string down came from heaven to hell, and he was gonna try and climb up the string and kick everybody off, all the sinners. They're also trying to climb up the string and go to heaven to kick them all off until that string snapped. Meaning you should never take things for granted. Is pretty much, I feel like that's what it meant, you know? I really do feel like that's what it meant, because if you take things for granted, well, then you're gonna end up getting fucked, and you're gonna, you know, not expect the unexpected. But it was really, you know, fierce. I love the ending too. He really played him at the end. You know, I actually thought that at one point, that Yoshiro was gonna kill himself, which he was. He was gonna jump off the cliff or the roof and kill himself. And I really thought that at one point he was going to die. It would do a bidding, you know, perfect ending if he did die, since of all the terror and pain he's caused for everybody in the past, the present, the eventually acting up towards the future. At so much he couldn't do. We find out that he can't kill Satoru because he can't live without him. He can't live without somebody constantly keeping him on his toes and keeping him not being bored. I was like, come on, bro, you type of psychopath. What the hell, man? Played him at the end though. Parents and squad coming through with the trampoline. I was like, yo, they always hold each other up, man. This is so, I loved it. I loved it so much, dude. And now the end, oh, the end. I don't know how people can watch this without being, this is such a tear fucking jerker, man. At the end, he's just walking by all the places that he went through. He ended up being a very popular, you know, manga artist now. He's a very popular manga artist, and I'm guessing it's based around a story on what happened to him, and he's trying to make a movie out of it as well. And I'm like, yo, he's got a good life as well. Now that he's completely rehabilitated, he's got a good life as well. I'm so happy for him. He goes through all the places that he went through that fucked up his childhood. In the past, he went through the places where that one guy who was accused of going to jail and getting put on the death row was blamed. He walked through that park and saw the children there. The pizza delivery guy that he worked for, that he never actually worked for now, since, you know, history has changed. He saw him drive by, and I was like, and his book is called My Hero, since that little Red Ranger touched his soul. And no, you don't know. I actually teared up. This real tears came out of this. You have no idea. When we saw Irie at the end, oh my god. Cause he never met Irie. He actually had feelings for Irie. It's very obvious. You could tell in the very beginning of the show, and the mom even realizes it as well. But we met Irie underneath the bridge, which is their hideout, the place where he saved her life, the place where she saved his life and protected him from the police and everything and the killer. He met her here. He met her here at this given moment, and everything in my heart just sank. I'm not even kidding, dude. It was, oh my god, such a beautiful anime. This little blue butterfly that flew by, his little, you know, the generic anime square. We're not talking about this, we're talking about this. And this Irie, she's like, a picture. Irie. Oh, my heart is twisting into Irie. This shit is sad, bro. I'm telling you, you need to watch this anime. The finale, look, don't let anybody overhype the finale, and I'm not overhyping it. I'm just saying that it's sad. It's really sad, and it's beautiful, because if you start from episode 1 and then you watch the very last episode, you're so happy for everyone in the show, you know? And I was asking myself the entire time, I was like, what happened to Irie? The pizza delivery guy is there. Does he never meet her then? Does he completely just not know her? His memory stayed from everything that he's done. Well, whereas everyone else's memories, they don't know the future, you know, where his current future was when his mom died. Only he knew, and they only knew from him when he came back 10 years. And when at the end he saw Irie and he cried, I was like, oh, Irie. Oh, Irie. Now I'm gonna not try and sound like a guy who's crying the entire time, dude, but that's actually gonna be it though for this review. Guys, great anime. I'm definitely gonna be rewatching this anime because it's so good. I 100% recommend this. I think I'm gonna do a recommendation pool where I just compiled of like 20-30 animes that I'm gonna recommend that I think are good to watch. But that's it. So of course, if you enjoyed, by all means give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. Leave your feedback down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.